Oh, here we go. This is a surprise. Illinois governor. NBC has projected Bruce Rauner, the challenger, has defeated Pat Quinn, the incumbent governor of Illinois. Unbelievable. This is amazing. Michael, I just want to add to that. That was a big pickup by a self-financing challenger.
Yeah, that was one of those races for the longest time that a lot of Republicans were kind of holding their breath over because just, you know, it's Illinois. You got Chicago. There's so much. It's Obama. But again, I think what the Republican Party tapped into was this real frustration with incumbents. And they ran a national campaign and applied it to everyone up and down the
Well, Billy Daley was going to run. The former chief of staff to President Obama was going to run in that race, thinking that Quinn was weak. He was right. Quinn was weak. Andrea.
Well, it's also a real blow to President Obama. There's no way that you can't call it a blow to President Obama because he campaigned for him. That was one race that the president really did want to win.
Pat Quinn. We're now hearing, in terms of the United States Senate race here in Massachusetts, that the AP is now projecting that Scott Brown is the winner of the Massachusetts United States Senate race. Again, this is an AP projection. Associated Press now projecting that Scott Brown is the winner of the Massachusetts Senate race to replace the late Ted Kennedy. Again, this is an AP projection. Nora O'Donnell has confirmed that Martha Coakley has called Scott Brown to concede the race. We're here in Doyle's Cafe in Jamaica Plain in Massachusetts, here in Boston, and the results here are not coming as a surprise to anybody who's been paying attention at all during the day. As America tries to absorb the news that Democrats have lost Ted Kennedy's Senate seat to the Republican Party, the next thing people are going to be doing is try to learn who this Republican is who has taken this seat from a Democratic Party that appeared remarkably complacent in terms of its ability to hold on to this seat.
Wisconsin may just prove you can beat the money.
All right. Ruth Conniff, John Nichols, great to have you with us tonight. We're going to have a long night.
Every indication this is going to go down to the wire. Rachel?
Absolutely. NBC News correspondent Ron Allen at Governor Walker's headquarters. Ron, keep us apprised as this what looks to be a very long night. Polls in Wisconsin and the governor's recall race have been closed for just under an hour. Up until this point, NBC News has been characterizing the race as too close to call, but NBC News is now prepared to change its projection. NBC News is projecting that Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin has survived the recall challenge from...
You know, NBC is calling it for Walker. Okay, I think it's awful close, and there's a lot of absentee ballots yet that are still out, and it's going to be very, very close down to the wire. So it's disappointing, I know, if this is going to be the result. John Nichols, let's go to the vote total tonight, or what is coming in. Mayor Barrett says that he is not going to concede because there's still voting going on in Milwaukee, Madison, Racine. Break that down. What does that mean?
Well, first off, it would be immoral to concede when people are still voting, right? You don't tell people, oh, walk away from the polls.
Let's go to Tom Barrett, mayor of Milwaukee.
And I couldn't be prouder of him. Let's give him a round of applause. I just got off the phone with Governor Walker and congratulated him on his victory tonight.
Now, we all thought it was going to be a long night, and we were prepared for it. We were ready. I had chocolate for dinner. Looking, possible all-nighter. Maybe even the Today Show tomorrow morning wouldn't be able to help you out with the results. Or maybe the recall of Governor Scott Walker would actually be decided in a matter of 49 minutes. 49 minutes. 49 minutes after the polls closed in Wisconsin, NBC News declared Scott Walker the projected winner in the Wisconsin governor recall. It did not even take an hour.
And Scott Walker could very well be indicted in the coming days. I mean, he is definitely a challenged candidate.
Tonight, the really big winner in the Wisconsin recall election is President Obama. What's your take on how things are playing out tonight in Wisconsin?
Well, my take is this. I mean, I think tonight you can't say anything other than that big money won, and it's incredibly unfortunate.
How does one take a mandate from this for Governor Walker's policies? It seems like he's just going to squeak by.
Yeah, I think people take mandates when they want to take mandates. I don't think that people
they do.
Actually,
yes, they do.
They don't extrapolate from their real numbers. They just decide whether or not they want to act in a bold way, and then they call it a mandate if that's what they want to do.
Right.
So, as you point out, an 11-point margin of theoretical victory for President Obama over Mitt Romney among the electorate that just decided to keep Scott Walker. It's going to be hard to see this as a bad night for Obama, even though it was a bad night for Tom Barrett.
I don't know. I got to tell you, if I was a Republican governor and I saw what happened to Walker, I'd say, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I just as soon not have a recall campaign where I just barely survive and I have to raise all that money.
This election tonight may have just been one recall election for one governor's seat in one state in the nation. But what happens next? What happens as a result of this could be the biggest politics story of all.